All right, well, this morning, former President Donald Trump is expected to hold a press conference at Trump Tower in just a matter of hours after a Manhattan jury made him the first former U.S. president to be convicted of a crime. He was charged with falsifying business records to hide alleged hush money payments his lawyers made to an adult film actress ahead of the 2016 election. Now, take a listen to what New York DA Alvin Bragg had to say.
I did my job. Our job is to follow the facts and the law without fear or favor, and that's exactly what we did here.
Joining us live this morning is former Broward Assistant State Attorney Maria Schneider. Maria, does it surprise you that he was found guilty on all accounts?
Nothing surprises me about what a jury does. It did surprise me that they made a decision as quickly as they did. Although 10 hours of deliberation seems like a very long time, this is an unprecedented case. This is a case where the jury was very aware that an ex-president of the United States was involved and the repercussions of finding him guilty. And I think a 10-hour deliberation was rather quick. So that was probably the most surprising part of this whole ordeal for me.
So here's the question. You know there's going to be an appeal. What avenues do you think they're going to take? Do they take aim at the judge and calling him a biased, corrupt judge?
I think they're going to take every possible avenue. Every word that has been said in this trial is going to be scrutinized. Everything from pretrial rulings, from jury selection. I'm sure they're going to be looking into the background of the jurors to see if there is anything they didn't disclose, to every ruling, every prohibition, every time the judge uttered any word that affected what the defense or the prosecution could say or not say is going to be highly scrutinized. And then, of course, the underlying legal theory. This was a novel approach to proving this case in terms of, what is the offense or what is the benefit that was being gained by the person. So there's a lot to scrutinize in this case. Whether there's actually any error, that remains to be seen. I have to say the judge kept a very tight rein on a courtroom that was very difficult to control. But I'm sure that every action that he took will be scrutinized from the beginning of this case all the way until that verdict.
Let me get to this quickly, though. If this appeal is decided, we're talking possibly January after the election. What does that do if he is indeed elected president?
Well, obviously, if the offense or if the conviction is overturned, then the prosecution has a decision to make. The decision would be, do they retry this case or do they let it go? And the prospect of having a sitting president, if Mr. Trump gets reelected, placed on trial in state court again is another momentous case.
But Maria, if it's not overturned and that conviction stands, then what if he's elected?
Right.
Well, really nothing in terms of what happens to him being able to exercise his duties as president, other than if he was to get a jail sentence, then obviously he'd be exercising them from a jail cell.
Really?
However, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that there's going to be a jail sentence in this case or any kind of incarceration. A regular person would probably not receive an incarcerative sentence. So why would an ex-president or sitting president of the United States?
Yeah, everybody's leaning towards it's not likely he's going to do any jail time.
Not likely at all.
Maria Schneider, thank you very much, as always.